Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. Today it's the 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time team. So if you want to follow this team, you can go to our LAC YouTube channel, LAC Comedy on YouTube, and just find all the Sundays at 5 p.m. and you'll be able to see a number of shows some of these players have done. We've got a couple newbies on here today too. The first show they've ever done here with the LA Connection. I'm Ken Sco, the founder and director of the company. We've been around for 44 years. We're hoping to open up our theater sometime maybe this summer. And we've had a great time streaming live into your homes. The chat's open, so if anybody wants to make comments, feel free to do that. And let's introduce our cast today, starting with Laura.
Good evening, friends. How are you?
And Judy Lee.
Hello. How about live shooters, hey?
I think we need a translator for what she just said. And how about David or Davey?
Hi there. Hello out there in TV land.
And our first show with us, Michaela.
Hello, hello. It's nice to not see you.
Yeah, maybe she's talking about a bad date she had. And how about Andre?
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, and the bell went off, so that means you owe Andre money. Demetrius, his first show with us.
Excited to be here.
All right. All right, we're going to jump into our first game now. Just to let everybody know, one of our cast members, David, has been having trouble with his getting his audio working. So he may drop in at any time, and that's part of live television. We'll just see him drop in and pray he's got audio. Right now, he's probably going through some sort of psychic phenomenon. I'm wondering what the heck's wrong with his computer. The first game is topical scenes, okay? So the topic for you guys, there he is. Let's see. David V, come on in. We've already warned the audience of your technical difficulties, and now he's sideways. The man is just, he's a complete mess today, this man. Turn your phone sideways, and this is what it's like to be in a bad Zoom meeting at school, to have a character like David as a student. Look at this guy. He can't even turn his phone now. He's a mess, this man. Okay, I didn't make you any bigger, but maybe today it's better to keep you smaller. Okay, so David, go ahead and talk. Let's just check your audio.
1, 2, 3.
Okay,
yes.
So now you know David can count to 3. Okay, very good, David. All right, so the first game again is topical scenes, and the topic today is miracles. It's a miracle that David got his audio working. That's what we have to say right there. So let's start our first scene with how about Andre and David, just because he just came out here, and let's just see, he's so jacked up right now and so excited. Everybody else can minimize themselves, including me. I'll be cutting the scenes off to the side. The topic is miracles, and we'll start with our opening scene with David and Andre. And go ahead and minimize me.
So it was an interesting day for me.
Interesting? I mean, it's a miracle. It's a miracle so we met just by chance after so many years. I mean, I remember you in high school, and that's it. High school. And then you buy groceries here. You tell me, like, every Friday.
Well, it seems like you know my schedule now, and yeah.
Yeah, because I come every Thursday, you know, and we never met for years.
That is true. Honestly, I did see you one time, and I was afraid to say something because you don't remember, but you did bully me once, and it's because I accidentally asked your crush out that one time, and yeah, you thought I was asking her out, but in reality, she happens to know my cousin, so I was asking for her help.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an unfortunate situation. I was even a little mad. Like, I don't know how to explain. Yeah, that was a miracle too, somehow, you know.
And let's cut that. And you know what? I think the miracle is he didn't beat the hell out of you, David. Okay, go ahead and minimize yourself, you two, and let's bring Judy Lee and Laura in. And the topic's still miracles. Let's see what they do.
Laura, it's a miracle I can still speak. You know, yesterday we were so drunk I don't know where you came up with this idea of going out and not drinking our own liquor. And it's a miracle I cannot hear you even. I think I'm still drunk. Tell me what to do.
All right. Yeah, I have a little residual value going on here with the yeah, it was a rough night, I agree, but
Yeah.
it was amazing that we survived. I mean, that was a miracle that we survived everything that was going on that night. I mean, the chaos, the ambulances going around us and like the people on the street. I mean, somehow it was all just a blur. We kind of walked through it all. I mean, there were shotguns going off and everything. How do we survive?
No, the celebration has been going on far too long. It's a 1 year celebration, and we have been drinking for every household since the last month. I don't know. I think we need to calm down now and really, really ground ourselves into the real world again. I don't know.
Judy,
do you remember the real world?
It's kind of boring. I mean, it's exciting. I mean, I know it's a little amazing that we're still alive, but it was a lot of fun. It was a little.
Yeah, but it is a miracle you two are still alive, as much as you two drink. Go ahead and minimize yourself so you can keep drinking off camera. And let's bring in our two newbies, Demetrius and Michaela. Let's see what they do with miracles.
It's a miracle I woke up this morning. I tripped on the sidewalk on the way home, and then next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital. I think I got a concussion. Who are you again?
Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you about that. It's a miracle. I kind of just missed you because I was driving. I was looking down at my phone, and then I swerved a little bit, and I can't really tell you what happened after that because I don't want you to sue me. So, yeah, but
I'm really happy that you're being so honest with me. I mean, you could have just hit and run me, and then it's a miracle. I mean,
so you don't remember anything else, right?
I was just walking down the street, and then here I am.
Well, it's a miracle you don't, because I'm gonna go ahead and get the nurse for you and say that you're feeling better. I'm go ahead and leave now.
Wait.
I see you two getting married in a couple of years. I think that's what's going to happen. Then you'll probably run her over in the driveway. Okay, go ahead and minimize yourself, you two. And let's bring out Davey and Andre come out for a second time. And let's see what they do with the scene Miracles.
Hey, Giuseppe, my buddy. It's a miracle that I even got out of bed today. You know? I can't hear you. Oh, it's a miracle. You cannot talk no more. He's always talking so much.
Because Jesus loves you, brother. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I feel it I am on a personal basis with him, as you know, because we always go, we eat bread together every day, you know? And I love you.
I love you too.
Like a brother.
That's the most important thing. Love. 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 Say it with me 3 times. Love. Love.
Love. Love. Love. I know.
Love.
You know everything about me. I confess to you. I tell you everything.
Yes.
Okay.
You must confess.
I've been a friend.
It's very important.
I have something else to tell you. I swallowed a bottle of whiteout the other day. I don't think I'm so very good. It's kind of, my stomach is not regular.
It's not?
I'm so sorry. My body's a temple, but...
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Are you... Okay. You're ashamed of that, right?
I'm forgiven. I'm so bad. I whipped myself with a straw very lightly, but you know, I don't think it's the worst scene out of everything. You know?
It's actually a miracle this guy's still alive, is what that miracle is. Anybody who eats whiteout and still alive, that is a miracle. And that is topical scenes. Let's bring everybody back in. Okay, let's bring the whole cast back in, because now I'm going to run a little seminar about addictions right now, and each one of these have addictions. I'm going to try and help counsel them through their addictions. They don't know what addiction I'm going to give them, and that's a spontaneous improv that will come about. So let's start out with Laura. Laura, so I understand you like to lick frozen poles.
Yes. Is there a problem
Why do you
with
do that? Well, I think so. Probably could rip your tongue apart.
They're quite tasty. I mean, depending on the kind of pole you're going to lick. I mean, some taste like peppermint, some taste like bananas, some taste like mushrooms. I mean, yeah, I enjoy licking poles a lot. I mean, it started as a kid. I mean, the first one I licked did taste like a Christmas tree. And then I kind of went up from there. I just started licking different poles, and some were hot, some were cold. The cold ones were a bit of a problem. My mother had to come out with a hot cocoa and pour it on my tongue to get me off of it. But yeah, I mean, you don't know it until you try it. I mean, some of these poles are just so tasty. I mean, sometimes you have to need a little seasoning. I mean, I'll bring a salt along and sprinkle it on them. But yeah, I mean, I guess it is an addiction. I do a lot of pole licking when I think about it.
Yeah, that is kind of strange. Now, I understand that one time you licked a pole and it took 24 hours for you to get off the pole. How did you survive that?
My mom wasn't around with the hot cocoa. So yeah, I did. I got stuck. It's embarrassing. I know. I was in the woods, and, I had these bears coming up to me and stuff. And actually they tried to help me off the pole, but it didn't work out so good. They were breathing on the pole and everything and trying to warm it up. But yeah, the bears weren't able to do it. So I had to wait a while. And then the penguins actually were able to figure it out. They came up and they knew the whole, I don't know, the whole physics of frozen poles and frozen water. And they actually poured cold water on it, and it worked. It actually, the penguins helped me survive that one. But
all right, well, I hope that you get over your licking frozen poles. I didn't know you licked hot ones too. That's interesting. You don't get stuck to them. Maybe you just burn your tongue. All right, let's move over to, I think, is it Andre? Yeah, let's move to Andre. So, Andre, I understand you're still wearing diapers?
Yeah. Yeah, it started when I was about 3 years old, and I wasn't wearing my diaper just for 5 minutes because I was playing around, and, I felt so ashamed because my mom dressed me with a very expensive, shirt and pants, and then it was all dirty. So now, in order to be safe, I need to wear a diaper every time I wear clothes. So I can stay up to 30 minutes without the diaper if I'm completely naked. But every time, my normal life at work, I use diapers. And of course I need like special pants because I like those pants pretty comfortable up here, because if they are too tight, that might be uncomfortable. And that sucks, especially at summertime, because I sweat and it's, you know what I mean? And it's, actually, I'm gonna have my first date ever.
Oh my God!
Friday, and
I can see that.
I'm a little concerned because honesty is very important. So I think I'm gonna be honest. Just I don't know where to start from. Maybe but I mean, I don't want to overthink it. I just, I want to just trust my impulse and just go with the flow. Let's see what happens. And maybe
I don't think you should have said with the flow. That was a really bad choice of words. I'm going to go with the flow. I don't know if I'd say that on your date. What I would do, Andre, is everybody has to wear masks to go out. Just say it's a butt mask.
That's smart. I like it. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, you're wearing a butt mask, okay? Because you don't want your butt to get COVID.
Butt mask. Yeah. Butt mask. It sounds very heroic. Thank you. That's a really smart advice.
Butt Maskerson. No,
okay, I like it.
You have to be really old to get Bat Masterson humor.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I get a little smell going on right now. Let's go over to Davey. Davey, this is really weird. So you like smelling shoes?
Well, Yeah, I do. I don't know. I mean, no shoe is the same. Like no two shoes. You got the left and the right, but I mean, just it depends on the physical activities that the wearer might be involved in. There's just a uniqueness to each one. It's almost like a wine. Like
I
I'm
understand
so
this kind of got
fascinated
started.
by it.
Yeah, it got started out of your gym class in high school, I believe. You started smelling everyone's shoes from gym class.
I was in there, and I can still remember the day. Mr. Johnson had a foot injury, and he took his shoes off. He couldn't find them for hours. I was heading the back, just huffing away. I know the health risks, but I accept them like 100%. You can't tell me to stop. I don't want to stop.
I think the worst one is when you actually went and found people who were working in the sewer, and when they came up from out of the sewer, you asked if you could have one of their boots to smell.
Oh my God, those guys, like, bless them for their wonderful job. They're in there every day, not just with like all the wonderful offerings that the city has to offer, but it's like alligators and sea turtles, are down there, and it just all kind of mixes together in this wonderful, just there's a French word for it that I forget, but it sounds like, and it's really just describes it so well. It means joy of life, joy de poo-poo, I think it is, but
yeah, poo-poo, that's a good French word, poo-poo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't have said poo-poo in front of Andre. I don't think we should bring up poo-poo and say, look, he's having too much fun with it. I don't even know where his hands are. Okay, I got to move on from you because you're both pretty smelly individuals.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Do you notice how he smelled his hand after that? Okay, let's go over to, I think it's David now. Yeah, David. So David, so I understand you like stuffed animals. You ever addicted to having a bunch of stuffed animals around, which I think is kind of weird?
That's a good question. And yes, I do have a couple of stuffed animals. For example, here's my first friend. Her name is Bacon.
Okay.
So she was, I just found her in the streets. And the sad thing about it is when I found her in the streets, there was some guy who was beating her up because turns out Bacon, she is actually a vegetarian. And the guy was upset because he's a butcher, basically. And so one day I saw her and I beat the crap out of the butcher. Of course, the butcher knife was right there, but I'm like, nah, I'm too lazy today. But yeah, she was happy that I saved her. Aw. And
well, I understand.
I do have another friend.
Understand. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, and he just want to say hi.
Okay. Yoda? Okay. So now I understand you have over 50,000 stuffed animals and you live in a 4,000 square foot trailer, and you can't even get in through the front door. You have to climb in through the window?
That's right. So the other puppies that I have, they're guarding the door because I feel like someone's watching me and they're following me, and I really need them to protect me. And in my imagination, they're like bulldogs. They're ready to fight, even though again they're stuffed animals. But the fun part about going through the window is the fact that I'm sliding all these stuffed animals. There's the unicorn, there's teddy bears. My favorite one is the llama. Although the llama, sometimes I'm wondering if the llama's just staring at me and wondering if I ever gonna meet someone instead of just spending all day with all the stuffed animals. It just does this.
Well, if the llama could spit on you, I'm sure he would. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's go down to Michaela. Michaela, oh my golly. So you like bees to sting you?
It just feels really good. And I kind of feel like it's an attack right now, like a bee attack. I'm not going to stop just getting stung. Like it fuels me. It makes me like want to keep going with my day, you know? So
well, there's There's a story you once went into a beehive naked, and that's how it all started.
You know, that was a funny night. Me and Karen, I never expected things to go this way. It just happened. It was spontaneous. And I think that's what also really connects me to this bee stinging. It just came about from such a very fun and spontaneous part of my life. And I don't know, I don't want to let it go. I want to stay young forever. And that's what the bee stings do to me. They also kind of blunt my face. Like, can't you tell?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I can see that. Yeah, your lips seem like they're larger. So you don't need Botox or anything to make you bigger. You can just actually get your lips by bee stings.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm mildly allergic. I did go see one of those dermatologists people. I had the test done, and they were like, "Oh, you know, you're allergic to bees," and I was like, "Oh, perfect. That's everything I needed."
Yeah, I think
really
I meant collagen, not Botox in your lips. But let me ask you this. Now you're into killer hornets. You want to go for a deeper addiction?
Yeah, so I hate to say it, but you know how like people say like weed's the gateway drug to like methamphetamine or what all these other crazy drugs. I kind of think the bee stings is kind of like that leading up to the killer hornets. The killer hornets are like the really tough things. Like, you don't want to mess with it.
Well, you're a very brave, maybe stupid person. Anyway, let's move on to Demetrius. Demetrius, so I understand you like to fart in elevators.
Yeah, I was hoping you didn't bring that up. I told you that in secrecy, but yeah, it's just something about, you know, when you got the person in there and it's like a whole room of people and nobody knows who done it. Like, I like the silent ones, and I always like pick somebody else to say they did it. I like to shame them a little bit. So yeah, and then the smell, you know, that smell. Now we got masks and everything, but if you get a good one, all smells go through mask.
Well, I understand that you, your Guinness Book World Record is you decided to fart on every story of the Empire State Building elevator on the way up.
Yeah. Like I heard nobody's ever done it before. I don't know how many floors is there. I haven't been there yet. But you know, I was chilling with one of my friends one day, and I kind of opened up to him about the secret and everything like that. And he was like, "Yo, you know what? You should go to the Empire State Building, and then we're just gonna push all the floors and see how many people we can get in there. Because I'm not even gonna tell anybody that I'm doing this. I'm just gonna act like it's a publicity stunt or something like that, and have a secret camera. See how many people I can like pick one and say they did it. So I don't know if it's a record, but it's going to be one.
Well, another thing you did was you went into the high-rise Transamerica Pyramid building in San Francisco, and you stopped on the 13th floor because you knew that that was a very scary floor, and you began to just rip it in a full elevator.
Yeah, that one I ate Chipotle that day, you know, and I packed on like extra beans, you know, just had I don't know what I guess they was just giving away extra beans that day. So, you know, I put on extra beans, extra rice, a little bit of salsa just to get that spice just like right there, you know. I think people actually said they can taste that one. So I was proud of myself.
Okay, we're moving on. We're going to move on from that. You just got a little too graphic for me in the show here. We've just lost 12 viewers. 12 viewers just dropped off of YouTube because of your fart habit. Let's go to Judy Lee. So basically what you do is you break into houses that are for sale when no one's living there?
Well, if nobody's living there, is it really a breaking in? I mean, of course, my upbringing taught me that every dwelling have a ghost. So I just go in there and cleanse the house for free. Well, not for free these days because I have such a follower. So it's going to be like contact my agent. But yeah, I used to do that because you never know. I'm kind of like a Doctor Strange kind of character. Even though I don't bother with the cape, but I still like a good fashionable, you know, Ghostbuster truck, if you know what I mean. But you're welcome. So I go to the empty houses and I increase your value. I mean, in the eyes of the universe, and I sprinkle some of the thyme, and I put in some of my personal herb contains my pee, and some of those fart things that the previous person saying, he's actually cleaning the building. He's doing a free service. So just so you know.
Okay, so peeing and farting is cleaning a building now.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's part of living, isn't it? The dead, they are afraid of that such things. Dead is like hospital is so sterile. Mm-hmm. See, I cannot even say that word. That's such an evil word. So just one is like organic. It's all good. Everyone should know this.
Okay, so organic. So you break into houses that are organic?
What? No. What I mean is,
I throw that out. See if you're actually listening to me. I wonder sometimes if anybody on this crew here is listening to anything. So, but I do have a thing that you have broke into houses in over 200 different countries.
Oh, why do you keep saying breaking in? So I visited those places because they are critical to the well-being of the whole Earth, if not the universe, that we can connect all those spots. Do you know why there's so many upheaval these days? It's because I haven't done my work. So that's why I'm not doing a marketing. I'm not doing a good marketing job. I know that's my fault. But when you say breaking in gives such a negative connotation, it's just giving the wrong way. So I'm connected to the spiritual world, and it's telling me to tell you guys that I'm going to the places to do the services for you.
Okay, I'll let the police know that when you break into my house. Hey, thank you all dealing with your addictions. I don't know if I've helped some of you. I think some of you have actually gone deeper into your own personal addictions because of this show. We'll check back with you all in 1 month. And this has been Addictions. We're moving on now to The Bachelor. And David V will be our Bachelor today. All the guys other than David can minimize themselves. And the ladies now, it's going to be Judy Lee will be coming on first. And Judy, come on back out here because I want to give you your character. Keep the ladies out here. Judy, you took him to you crashed a funeral, okay? You didn't even know the person who died, but you're going to crash that funeral, okay? So go ahead and you can minimize yourself now and get into the character who would crash a funeral. Laura, you took him to a prison. Nice going, Laura. I wonder why you did that. We'll find out in just a few moments. So go ahead and put prison next to your name and then funeral. And then Michaela, you took him to a rave. A rave, okay? You wild little thing. All right. So David, welcome to The Bachelor. Now we've narrowed it down from 20 different bachelorettes that you've been going out with. And now it's your time to, pick one of the 3 that you've gone down to the final 3. Are you excited about today?
Absolutely. I'm very excited. It's been a long time, especially they had to call me in the last minute because of someone named Colden Underwood had to be replaced. Something about being gay, but they had to call me in the last minute. So I'm here now.
I think I remember that story. It's all over the internet right now. But that's great. You're full-on hetero, and the ladies are really excited to have you here today. Now, we asked the ladies to choose some place to take you. So on all the other dates, you kind of chose where you'd want to take the dates. This was their turn to tell you where they wanted to take you. So let's bring out our first bachelorette. Her name's Judy, and she crashed a funeral. So let's find out her motivation and reasoning behind crashing a funeral. Here she is right now.
Hello. I know you'll be calling me back. We had such fun, haven't we? We both hate humans. And okay, yes, I brought you to my favorite outdoor activity of the whole universe, which is going to crash people's, not weddings, not birthday parties, funerals. That's the most happy occasion when people really get to rest. You know what I mean? Don't you just want to go lay down in the coffin and have people say nice things about you? Didn't we cry? Oh, I know we're just the same spirit. Talk to me, darling.
So, David, what did you think when she decided to crash a funeral? What was your first instinct on that one?
Well, I really appreciate that Judy Lee was thinking about me, because I did mention to her that I really like a quiet place away from all the happenings, because my focus was on her. And luckily, she brought me to this place. Although it was kind of sad, because I came in and everyone was wearing black. I'm like, why is everyone wearing black? They should be happy for us for starting our first date. I mean, I feel bad for the person who died, of course. They didn't get the chance to see us, or meet us. But the best part about it is that she took me to a quiet place.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I imagine a funeral would be rather quiet.
Oh, we went to the corpse's room, didn't we? We actually put ourselves under the table and, listen to people dissecting people. And isn't that fun?
I did not know how slimy my body is inside.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
that makes more sense, because I did fail my biology class, I think when I was in college or high school. Who knows? But I still failed.
You failed it? It's no problem. Education is for living.
Okay.
You don't need that where you're going.
Okay, well, listen, thank you, Judy Lee. Go out and wait in the waiting room. We have a casket you can lay in. Let's bring in the second one. Her name is Laura. Now, Laura took you to a prison. I'd like to hear why she did that. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Laura. There you go.
Yeah. Hi, David. Oh, no, I just, I booked us a night at the prison, and I'm just like, I think it's like the best place in the world to go. I mean, you go in there, you have your own little room, right? We had our bed together. It was nice. It was a little hard, but there was some hardtack underneath. We had that for a snack. But yeah, we had room service, right? Gruel. Give me some more gruel, please. It was good gruel. And it was a little noisy at parts. The people next door, we told them to shut the hell up, and they got really mad and started throwing knives at us. But after they calmed down, things were really sweet, I thought. I mean, they wouldn't give us a blanket for some reason, but what do you think, David? Did you enjoy it? I really liked it.
Well, I did enjoy it so much. It reminds me the night that I went to jail when I beat up the butcher when I was saving a puppy. Poor little puppy. But yeah, those brought me good memories. I remember making friends. I got my first butt tattoo. Above all, yes, I remember the knife throwing. That's a tradition when they just say hello to you in just in a most welcoming manner. So that, yeah, definitely brought me memories.
I think they were being really friendly. And then the police loaned us their handcuffs, right? And then it got a little kinky. I can't talk too much about that, Kent, but it was fun. Let me tell you, we had a really great time. I'd do it again in a second.
Well, I did have a good time.
Okay. I thought maybe you'd bring him down there to show him, your family or something, but it sounds like you just wanted to go in prison for your own amusement and fun. You're a kinky lady. We'll bring you back in just a second. We have a jail cell you can go sit in the other room and wait for us, okay? And we're going to cuff you to the cell. Our third bachelorette we're going to be bringing out here now is Michaela. Michaela took you to a rave. So, Michaela, can you come on out and tell us why you decided to take David to a rave?
Hi, yes. So I decided to take him to the rave because honestly, raving's my life. I have to rave at least 3 times a week to stay sane. I have to get it all out of my system, and that's how I'm going to know if we're compatible or not.
So, David, what did you think when you showed up at the rave with her?
It was fun, to be honest. I completely didn't realize this genre of music that's out there, and to the point I'm even trying to make electronic music in my bedroom so she can come over anytime and she can bring her friends. Above all, it was colorful. I can't explain why, but yeah, it was very colorful, and it made me realize wow, there is so much peace and love in this world.
The mushrooms, David, is what made it colorful. Yeah, she gave you mushrooms, And I think that's what made it more colorful. What did you think when she took off most of her clothes and she started dancing on the stage with the lead singer?
It's a good time.
That took me by surprise. But at the same time, I realized, she's probably a feminist, and she's trying to destroy, break down patriarchy. Definitely, it's like, oh wow, this is an open-minded person. So definitely, that took me by surprise.
Well, let's ask Michaela. Why did you decide to get almost naked and then go on stage with the lead singer?
Well, yeah, I want a man that's going to be vulnerable, and what's more vulnerable than getting naked in front of at least a couple hundred of people and just dancing with, your junk hanging out. You're not going to get any manlier than that.
Okay, you keep your junk out here. Let's bring the other two out with their junk. And right now, David, you're going to have to pick one of these three. We'll get closing comments from the two you did not pick. They're all out here now. Let's get them all up on screen. There we are. Okay, David, who are you going to pick?
Oh, that's going to be a hard thing. But honestly, I would just go with the handcuffs. That was really fun, and I really want to do that every night. So that made me a happy man, that's for sure.
Okay, well, let's get parting words from Judy Lee, who took you to a funeral and crashed it.
Great, a tombstone wedding, yay!
Bye-bye, Judy Lee. All right, Michaela, any parting words? She took you to the rave.
I'd like to say that I'm happy for you, but honestly, I'm not. So, but, hope everything turns out well.
All right, well, Laura, you're the big grand prize winner. Do you have any words?
Oh, yeah, I've already booked us another room. I've got a double for us. We just have to share it with Michael and Jose, but that's okay. They're kind of cool. They only threw a couple knives at us, so I'm so excited. Thanks for choosing me. More handcuffs.
David, this has been The Bachelor, and I wish you both love in prison. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're moving on to Incredible Growing and Shrinking Machine. So go ahead and minimize you two. And here's the cast for that. Andre, David V will come on back, Demetrius, and Davey. They'll be our four players in this. Now, Andre is going to be a lecturer. Okay, so you'll be a lecturer, and you'll be coming on first, so you can go get into character and think, what do you want to be lecturing your college or whoever? It could be a bunch of people in the community. Whatever it is, you're just a lecturer, okay? So you go ahead and minimize yourself, Andre. You'll be coming on first. David V, you'll be coming on second, and you're going to be Andre's life coach. Okay, so go ahead and minimize yourself, and you'll be the life coach. Coming on third will be Demetrius, and you're going to be running a neighborhood watch meeting. Okay, something's going wrong in the neighborhood, and you're going to help try and find out what it is, okay? And then Davey will be coming on last, and he'll be doing an AA meeting. So either you're an alcoholic yourself or you're running the meeting. That's up to you. Go ahead and minimize yourself, Davey. And so the way this game's played is we'll start with Andre, the lecturer. At about 40 seconds to a minute, David V will come in, and David V will be coming in as his life coach. And then 40 seconds to a minute later, Demetrius will come in with a neighborhood watch meeting, and then Davey will come in with an AA meeting. Then Davey will peel off and leave. Now we're in the shrinking part. We grew to 4, now we're going to shrink back to 1. Once Davey leaves, it goes back to the neighborhood watch, then it goes back to the life coach, then it goes back to the lecture, and it will end there. So this is Incredible Growing and Shrinking Machine. I'm going to minimize myself. Andre, come on out, and let's start the game with your lecture. Unmute.
Good evening, everyone. So welcome to our lecture on personal finance. This is the first class, and we're going to talk right away today about how to save money. And I'm going to give you a couple of secrets that many people, usually miss. Secret number 1, you don't need a car. You can walk. Why would you need to spend a lot of money to buy a car and then go to the gym when you can just walk and lose weight and save a lot of money? And You don't even need a home. Why would you spend a lot of money in a mortgage when you can just socialize more and meet your friends?
Andre, I'm wondering, a man like you, you're very confident when it comes to finances, but then when you meet the ladies, they either throw water at your face, slap you, or they just simply just kick you. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you got exactly my problem. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
It's not your fault that whatever your dad did to you, you need to make sure that pattern doesn't continue on. It is up to you to break that pattern, and I believe in you.
Yeah, I did my homework about my pattern. Like, I took a lot of notes about all my patterns, and today I try to break one.
You know why I called this meeting today? Somebody was the internet around here. I've been watching it on my camcorder. I ain't got to the end yet, but I know it's somebody that's in these in this area.
Oh,
but
okay.
We're going to figure this out. So I want to just let everybody watch it with me until the end, because I feel like it's one of you two, but I don't know. I can't see. The guy was wearing a hoodie and like, yeah, but it's here on the camcorder, and yeah, I think it looks like you.
Looks like me. I don't know, David. Can you see?
Unmute.
Can't hear you. Unfortunately.
Sorry, this microphone. Our budget, but the meeting is adjourned for the Reno chapter of AA. I understand, Bill, you went and checked out the macaroni salad with Ed for the upcoming fundraiser. How'd that go? Good?
I mean, were you guys? You want bill number 1 or bill number 2?
Yes, which one?
Oh, bill number 2. Sorry,
Bill. That would be me. About that, unfortunately, I couldn't raise any money. Definitely didn't spend on money on booze. Definitely, please don't look at the receipts or the statements. Definitely, you'll not find any evidence right there. But I can assure you that we did all that we can this past weekend.
Okay. Well, Bill, the last time this happened, you were drinking, and I'm not saying that you are now, but if you are, you do need to tell your sponsor, and you need to also not have relations with your sponsor. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff you have to do to,
Are we at the right meeting?
Yeah, and I almost wonder, like, Davey, did you drink a little bit? Did you drink, David?
Wait a minute. That's right. I did see someone that looked like you.
No, that would not happen. That would not happen. Okay, but
look, I think I saw it too.
Okay. I'm really embarrassed that you even said that. I'm gonna go take a break in my car.
Get out of here.
And I'm gonna Elmer's Blue.
Call me if you want cranberry vodka today or something.
Can you believe that? So I think that's a little bad signal.
I did see something right there. I don't. Funny because I keep changing the router and it keeps saying fine, but now you're telling me it's not. Interesting.
I think I was the one who yeah, we just don't even worry about the whole thing. I figured it out.
You don't worry about it. I just found out the password of one of my neighbors, so it's Tiki barbecue. Yeah.
But don't worry about it. Let me write it down real quick. I'm gonna go try it out. Right? All right.
Absolutely. Go right ahead. So yeah, Andre, honestly, I'm very proud of you. And after 13 weeks of all these assignments that I've given you, you finally made it. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, and I'm dating this girl. She's amazing. She loves my patterns, and she also she appreciates me. Like that's a surprise. Like never appreciated me before. Like I feel like I'm not enough, you know. And you were actually the first person to tell me that I am enough. Right?
You are always enough. Anyways, our meeting just ended, so I will talk to you soon. Above all, let me know how that date goes.
Okay. Wait. Where are you headed? Why living like this? I mean, David.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I have some cranberry vodka.
Am I enough? So, tip number 1, the most important. Why do you waste a lot of money in education? I mean, all of you are here. Like this college, you know, is one of the most expensive in the US. And nobody cares about education anymore nowadays. So ask yourself a question. Why are you here? And ask yourself why 3 times. Why? Because the 3rd time you answer yourself, that's going to be the truth. The truth and your true answer.
And so, that is incredible, growing and shrinking machine. All right, Andre, you stay out here. Let's bring Judy out with you. We're going to do a little game called Do-Over. So every time I say the word do-over, they have to rephrase the noun in the sentence or the whole sentence till I say nothing. You guys are at a food festival, so I'm going to minimize myself off to the side. We'll have Judy Lee start it and give me room for the do-overs. Okay, so go ahead and minimize me. And Judy Lee will start the scene with Andre and her significant other, Judy Lee, at a food festival. Go ahead, Judy.
Honey, this is such a surprising gift. You know I'm a foodie, but I wish it's not so rainy today.
Do-over.
No, it's not.
I wish
no, do-over. Give me room.
I wish it's not so crowded today.
Do-over.
I wish it's not all over the freaking desert.
Yeah, you know, this is the best part because it's all Mexican food here, and it's all Japanese food here, and it's all Italian food here. It's delicious, and there's a beautiful landscape, all desert out there. So you eat, and then you digest, and you enjoy, you know, the landscape, and you just maybe take a little nap. You watch a beautiful sunset. And
no, I don't trust the meat here because I don't trust the people here.
Do-over.
I don't trust that camel that's peeing on the stall over there.
You don't trust the camel? Are you kidding me? He's so friendly. He loves you.
Do-over.
He hates you. You're right. Yeah, you can't trust that camel. He's mean and nasty. Yeah, he's really dangerous. Yeah. Let me get on. Let me call a cab. Let me call a cab.
Do-over.
Cab.
Let's take the bus.
Do-over.
Yeah. We need to get to the airport. Yeah. We need to leave. We need to get to the airport.
Well, honey, we didn't come here by air or by land or by sea.
Do-over.
We didn't come over here by our own free will.
Do-over.
We didn't come here just with our clothes removed and with this just a piece of leaf covering us.
Okay, that's do-over. I'm going to go to that food festival. That sounds like good. They just wear leaves. It's Adam and Eve Food Festival. All right, let's bring everybody back in. Maybe we just started something. The Adam and Eve Food Festival. They'll be serving apples, a lot of apples. Okay, and snakes, apples and snakes. Okay. All right, so the last game we're going to play is Naked and Afraid. You've seen it on TV. I'll explain it if you haven't in just a minute, but I got to give everybody their couples and an archetype to go along with them. So Andre and Judy, you'll be our first team. And Judy, you're a paranoid neurotic, okay? And Andre, you're a macho asshole. Okay? So you two now can go ahead and minimize yourself. You'll be team number 1. Okay? And Andre, if you want to throw a little note all in there, go ahead. So now team number 2 is going to be Demetrius and Michaela. And Michaela, you're bipolar. Okay? And Demetrius, you have anger issues. Okay? So you'll be team number 2. So when I call team 2, you guys come out. Team number 3 is David V and Laura, but Davey has lost his partner. She was run over by a tractor after she got out of her car and then was eaten by an alligator. So she's not available for the case. So Davey has to kind of try and join these two. And Davey, who's joining them, is let's see, I got a good one for you. You have a death wish. You think people are trying to kill you. Everyone's out to kill you. Okay, David V, you are accident prone, okay? And Laura, you're a control freak. So good luck for the 3 of you guys. Go ahead and minimize yourself right now. So before I bring out team number 1, Naked and Afraid's a survivor game. It lasts for 21 days. They have to get from point A to point Z. Whoever gets to point Z wins the contest, and they usually win like $100,000. They have to go through rivers that are, got all sorts of weird things in them, maybe going really fast, so they have to build something to get across the river because they can't walk it. There's poisonous bugs and ants and animals, lemurs, alligators, you name it. It's a jungle. And all sorts of things may happen. So when we meet the first 2 pairs and then the third threesome, they're each going to show us one thing they brought from their house. And of course, this is the first day they've met. So we're going to listen in on couple number 1. I'm going to sit off to the side now, and let's bring in couple number 1 and see what they brought for their particular item. Here we go. Let's listen in.
Hi. So, very excited for this adventure with my baby. Hey, Judy. Hey, mwah. So I brought my hair cream because, yeah, I know it's a game, but most important, it's a show. So I need to be, good looking, and yeah, here's the show. And yeah, I think that's very, very important. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Judy's a good cook, so she's gonna take care of my underwear and cooking something delicious, right, honey? Right? Hey, thank you.
Okay, yes, I brought this. Yes, because it's fresh, and my mother taught me the recipe, and she told me that if I can remember all those yeast, and they'll protect me. So there's some yeast of hers that protect me from that person that I do not trust. But I will have a lot of fun with my bread.
Okay, well, let's find out how much fun they will have. We'll bring them back 10 days from now and see how they're doing. Let's bring out team number 2. This is Michaela and Demetrius, and let's listen in on what they brought.
Well, go ahead, honey. If you want to, you've been waiting all day, so
I brought my favorite NYX soft matte lip cream because, look, if I'm going to be out here naked and afraid, I'm going to at least look good on my manic days. So don't test me, by the way. You know this is bad choice on you.
We'll talk about that later. So yeah, I brought glue because I assumed that at some point we would have to glue something. Yeah, so it should work pretty well. Probably glue a house. I'll probably do most of that since you brought makeup and everything. So
I'm tired. What do you want me to say?
Should have brought something else.
Okay, let's bring out team number 3. This is where Davey is trying to attach himself to the other two. And let's listen in on what they brought.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. My partner had a very unfortunate accident. Mr. Sinkers, he pushed her into the tractor. It was awful. And then she got killed by the alligators. Mr. Sinkers is evil. I have a camera, so I'll find out if anybody else is trying to kill us.
So just in case, since you talked about the alligator, I brought my dumbbell because here in Florida, I mean, undisclosed location that signed on the NDA, yes, you never know what's going to happen. So, and for some reason, whatever happens, when I let go of this dumbbell, things happen. Like I killed one of the baby alligators, and I swear to God, I did not do. They claim it was the alligator, but I'm pretty sure it was my dumbbell. So don't tell anyone. Okay.
All right. Well, I just brought my toothbrush. I just really want to have clean teeth on this trip and good breath because evidently I'm with two guys that are going to be on this trip. But yeah, it worked really good, and I can use it. I mean, I've got batteries and things in it too. I think this was a good choice. What are you filming, Davey?
I'm not filming. It's not. It was. Me with that toothbrush.
Okay, well, let's check back in with them in 10 days and see how they're doing. These three are a mess. You ever notice how electric toothbrush and vibrators sound the same? Okay, let's bring out team number one. Team number one, and 10 days later, and let's see how they're doing. Oh my God, let's listen in.
So it's not going well. So my hair horrible because Judy Lee, she ate my hair cream. She thought it was something, you know, some kind of food. I mean, are you stupid? Are you stupid? That's my hair cream. And I need your bread. Like she said, she's crazy. She says like that piece of bread is her friend. Is her friend. I need carbohydrates. We walk the whole day. Okay. I'm losing muscle mass. Okay. You gotta feed me. You gotta feed me. Are you stupid or what?
No, I find it. I find it. The answer. Jesus is in here. We cannot eat him. I mean, he talked to me. He tells me that everything will be fine and we'll be fed and you won't beat me and I didn't eat your cream. It's right there on the beach where you left it when you sunbathing, and some seagull got it. But doesn't matter, and I will be fine, and the yeast will live forever.
Oh, that's too much sun on
your. They'll both be fine. Wow, let's check back with them in 10 days and see how they're doing. She's got a yeast thing going on here. Okay, let's go into their second team again. This is Michaela and Demetrius and see 10 days later how they're doing. Oh my.
So yeah, she had the lovely idea to go up to a freaking bird and try to befriend it. Like, I don't know if she was having like some like schizo thing or something like that, like Beauty and the Beast, or what's that? The one, what is the freaking name of the princess that sings?
I heard you yelling.
I'm not trying to yell at you.
You keep yelling. My makeup, my 24-hour makeup, it was never supposed to come off. It was waterproof, and now it's gone. And I'm covered in mud because I'm trying to make up.
I beat up the bird for you. I said I beat up the bird for you. Is that good enough for you? Like,
no.
Well, what do you want me to do? How about you got your makeup stick? Like, how about we use that to get onto the rest
of it? My lips look soft and luscious and kissable, unlike yours. Whatever, but it's fine.
Wow. Let's check back in 10 days and see if they haven't killed themselves. Let's go on to team number 3 now. Let's see how they've integrated with Davey.
Oh, God, my hair's grown. I don't know what to do. And this stupid toothbrush is pointless. I could care less about it. I don't care about my teeth anymore. I'm starving. David, what do you have for us? Davies, whatever. Do you have food? This is ridiculous. What happened to you?
Did anyone see my dumbbell?
Talk about a toothbrush.
Oh my God. Get me out of here. This is a nightmare. I can't, my hair's out of control. I'm going to start eating this. I don't care. Toothpaste, I'm eating it. I just could care less about my teeth anymore.
That's fine.
That's the last thing we have to eat.
I stole Andre's
This is it.
cream, so this is the closest thing I could find to eat something. But yeah, did anyone see my dumbbells? Because for some reason, when my dumbbells disappear, things happen.
They don't exist. Dumbbells don't exist. There's no such thing as dumbbells.
Obviously, dummies exist. These three are going to go through 10 days later. Let's see how they're doing. Let's bring out the first team now. It's 20 days in. Let's see who looks closest to winning this thing.
I'm starving. I'm really starving. I can't make it anymore. She's talking through her piece of bread all the time. She said Jesus is in there, and we are supposed to be fasting for a whole month, and it's full of monkeys everywhere.
It's so much. It's so much. I don't want to Jesus with you. Yes.
What? You're eating. What? Give me some, please. Please give me some. I'm starving.
Will they make it to the finish line? I'm not sure. Let's check on number 2 team. 20 days in. Let's see how they're handling it.
I cut off all my hair. It pissed me off. And I ate my lipstick. So someone else couldn't catch anything, couldn't be the provider that we need, but whatever, it's fine. I'm just gonna go cry about it.
Everybody will bow down with King Tomahawk Eagle.
I can't tell if I feel like more alive now or more dead inside. I don't know. Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. That lipstick didn't agree with my stomach.
They have a bathroom there. Okay, let's go now to team number 3. This guy's obviously grown some wings. Here's team number 3. Let's see how they're doing 20 days in. Oh my God.
Oh, God, I think I grew a mustache. What the heck? What is wrong? What happened to you? Oh my God.
You Mr. Stinkers.
I did, and I don't regret it. I was hungry.
Oh.
I'm gonna end you.
Try me.
And you didn't share?
You.
Don't call me that.
I'm so thirsty. Oh, you didn't share?
What?
I can't take it anymore.
Look at that. You know what?
Spit is coming out.
Oh.
It was delicious. I enjoyed eating that little tiger.
He's so mean.
And that was Naked and Afraid, everybody. And this has been our show. Let's bring out the whole cast for Naked and Afraid and a cast for the show back. Let's see what condition they all look like. Oh, let's start off with Judy Lee. Never looking better. Check her out.
Be delicious.
Andre.
Ciao.
You cleaned up pretty fast there, Andre. Laura, whose hair changed right in the middle of the show.
It grew dramatically.
Davey, who's looking the best he's ever looked on the show. Michaela, who's saying, why did I join this cast? What did they do to me today?
You read my mind. That's what it was.
Demetrius, who grew wings during this episode, he's flying in this show.
Yeah, I murdered that bird and took its wings.
And David, looking real good.
Thank you.
I'm Ken Scove. Thanks for watching the show today. This team will be back in 4 weeks, so mark your calendar, 5 p.m. It actually starts at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time every 4 weeks. Check out all 15 teams. Wave goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching with us today. We appreciate you spending the time in our crazy fun comedy show.